Yeah, Abby. I hear ya. Alright, let's do this. Alright, got my caffeine. Nectar of the gods. Oh no, we don't read these. Nope. They go on forever. So you'd think it'd be just a few of them, and then it'll be like page after page. Which is fine if you want to read it, but no, I like the art though. I mean, you've seen this. You can read the manga, you can watch the anime. It's the same plot. I would recommend doing that if you want the plot, rather than sitting here and reading page after page on here. I don't know where you can find it. You probably have to pay for it. Well, there's that one website. It's like Kiss Anime or something where you can watch a lot of stuff for free. But I can never get that one to work very well because it's so free and like glitchy.
Hibari ちゃんの居場所は羽生ちゃんから大体聞いてるけど、戦闘なしで侵入するのはさすがに無理みたいね。でも今ならホムラちゃんたちもいない。よし。
Who's this sweet girl?
仲間を返してもらいに来ました。皆さん、道を開けてください。
Let's get him Asuka. I like playing as Asuka way more than Hibari. Hibari, I don't know, they might play all the same and I'm paranoid, but it just feels like Hibari's slower and doesn't have the reach. Come on, I don't want to do, let it be a mob level again. That'd be nice. Oh, I messed up my combo. I'll level up, yeah. Oh, I was talking last time though. I think you have to do the regular mode first, and then once they've leveled up from doing that, then you can do like the frantic leveling up. Because when you go into frantic mode, you have no armor, and you've seen me try that a couple of times against the boss. They're gonna just cut through your life bar in a few seconds. And because you're frantic, you can't be staggered, and so even though you're destroying them, they are really destroying you. So you gotta wait till you got the health bar to do it, I think. And then it'll just be like super easy. I mean, you just take some damage, but you're just like destroying everything in 2 hits, so. I'll try and keep playing until Douglas gets up, or until something happens and I have to go be an adult again. Bill Maher was criticizing millennials for calling it adulting. Whatever. I mean, it's just a word, Bill Maher. I like Bill Maher in general, man. I'm not going to do the thing that he criticizes, which I totally agree with him on. That people on the left, we tend to criticize each other too much over things that are kind of minor. Like, I agree with you on 90% of stuff, but there's like 5% of things where we don't see exactly the same. And like, so we're gonna make a big deal about it. And I would totally agree with him on there. I think I'm all for discussions and like, you know, dinner table, like polite discussions about like details of policy and stuff. But I think most people really agree on the vast majority of things, and it's just getting them to realize what the best way to make that happen is. Whatever. We're not going to get into that here. That's what this is not about. That's all stressful and boring and lame. This is not about that. This is about rescuing Hibari. Come on. Yeah, I like these mob levels. They're way less stressful. Once you get in like the rhythm. Oh, do we have a boss? Oh no, we went to another part of the level? That's crazy. This is a big level. We gotta jump on the rooftops? Cool. I do like this game. I realize it's just a remake of the other one, but I think they did a good job. I never played the original because I kind of came into this series late. I played this, Yesval Versus, and then we have, one of them was for the 3DS, and then Peach Splash, which was okay. I'm kind of interested to play the Sword Online Fatal Bullet at some point, because like it seems like that's what all the anime games did there for a while, is had the shooting one. And so I read that's really good. I didn't play it when it came out because I had just finished Platinum Trophy, doing the Platinum Trophy for, this is before I was really streaming, for the Platinum Trophy for Millennium Twilight, and it took forever. Because you had to like do these achievements, and some of them you had to like destroy like a million of a certain, not a million, but a lot of a certain enemy. You know how JRPGs are. The grind is eternal sometimes. I mean, sometimes you just give up. You see how it is on Dark Horse Valkyrie. I've played through 3 other games. Same with Bullet Girls. I gave up on that. Now, Bullet Girls, I guess, has always been a shooting franchise. But it was also very similar to Peach Splash in that sense. And so, I don't know. I'm going to wait a while before I play Fatal Bullet. I have another SAO game that I haven't played yet that I got for really cheap at one point. So, I don't understand. There's too many SAO games. It's confusing. So there's Hollow Fragment, and then there's what, Re-Fragment or something, or I don't know. I'm not super duper up on the SAO franchise. Alright, let's destroy these guys. Seems like I went the wrong way. You can't mess with me. Oh, I took some damage. Oh, now I'm not gonna have an A. Look at what she did to my life bar. Come on. Alright, so my question is like, what? Never mind. I'm gonna get you guys. Do this. When you get the mechanics of the game down, it's pretty simple. It's fun. It's really spot on, even if it is simple. For hack and slash, just like sitting here and pushing some buttons and having some fun, doing some fast-paced gameplay, it's really hard to beat this game. It's on the level of Dynasty Warriors. I wish that the world was a little more open. I wish they could do an open world Senran Kagura type game. I don't know if you'd call it a Bishujo game. Like, can you call it a Bishujo game if like all the characters are female? I guess maybe the Thought Master Kiryu would be the Bishujo character, but he's basically been taken out of the series from what I can tell. See, I had to walk over there to end the level. That's weird. Here's, you could argue Master Kiryu is like the Bishujo male lead, but I would just say it's more like a, I don't know. You know, it's like, I mean, these kinds of games are fun like this, and Hybrid Dimensions are like comedic, action, sci-fi kind of. This isn't really sci-fi so much. This has the magical girl element. Who knows? Fun. This and Dynasty Warriors, I wish they had like a more open world element where it wasn't so much level by level. I like the large levels of Dynasty Warriors. I think I mentioned this to them in one, because they were asking for like customer feedback, and I do fill those out sometimes. I feel like I was really impressed by, and I've mentioned this before, if you'd have to look way back, but I was really impressed by Gust and Koei, because they came out with Azure Dreams. And I liked Azure Dreams 1, and I think really I liked the tone of that one better than the second one in general. I liked the character. I felt more attached to Arnis than I did to any of the characters in this. I don't know. The characters aren't done that well in those games. I don't know. You guys need to just pay me, and I'll develop your characters for you for English audiences. Because to me the characters seem really shallow in all those games. Anyways, but that's what I told them about the first one too, and they basically implemented all the changes that I told them to make when they released the second one, and it was great. And the second one's really good, although they still missed the mark with the character development. But they did a great job with instead of summoning little creatures. So in the first one, you summoned almost kind of like little Pokemon or yokai or Digimon or whatever have you. You could summon like 3 or 4 of them at a time, and they would battle for you. In the second one, instead of summoning those, you summoned those, but they were different, and you also had like a buddy. And so it was cool. You were like paired with your buddy, so it had like this whole. It was always kind of a Yuri game. But no, it was even more so. Anyways, back to this plot. I'm sorry, I got off on a tangent there. But yeah, I like to fill out customer feedback. I feel like if you, under the right format, and if you're polite and just give like what your honest opinion is, I feel like they will listen. You know, when you just start putting like foul stuff on there, they're not going to pay any attention to that. They'll just throw that away. But I gave them like a good few paragraphs. That's what they always appreciate too, whether it's if it's your course feedback, if you're in school or if you're with work. You can always check the little boxes, but if you really want to get heard, you got to take the time to write some good stuff in that paragraph. And so, I mean, I'm angry sometimes in some of them, but you know, I'm angry and honest. I'm not. I'll tell them, you know, I like the company or whatever. I like them in general. I just like, and then I'm not angry with them about. You know, you see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? Not. I wouldn't be angry about a video game. In other situations, back to things that aren't serious. So you got to watch. I get all serious.
敗なんて関係ない。仲間を助けるのは当然だよ。
That's right, Asuka and Hibari.
超秘伝忍法書のことなら
They're good friends.
私たちが何とかする。だから元気出して。どうしたの？何か気になることがあるの？なんでもないから。それじゃあ行こう。みんなと合流してここから脱出しよう。
See, it has like positive themes and stuff. I mean, yes, the female characters are highly objectified, but I mean, that's just what we do with all of our superheroes and stuff. I mean, don't tell me that Thor is not objectified male, or that like the super like smart, wealthy, rich guy with like the fancy sports car, the big athlete or something is not objectified male. It goes both ways, you know. I don't like things that are like exploitative of anybody, but you know, there's just ideals. That's why I don't really have an issue with Douglas plays this game with me. So, you know, I don't let him play it a lot, but I'll let him sit here and play it with me. And we talked about it. He knows the difference between cartoon things and real things, and how these girls don't really represent like a real woman. They're more like a cartoon, like, you know, everything's exaggerated. Just like you would expect if you had a superhero guy and he has like these gigantic arm muscles or whatever have you. They have superpowers and stuff. These girls transform. Yeah, they do everything so that you can kind of like, you know, they sexualize them a little bit, but I mean, that's just to appeal to the audience, you know. It's fun. It's all in fun. I don't think there's anything very sinister or anything wrong with it. Nothing like morally objectionable about this. They did edit the one part out, which I don't really care. It was in previous games is what's funny. I mean, I've accessed that part before. I didn't really care. It's boring. It doesn't matter. The whole. I mean, I'm sure some people really get into like doing the scenes with the pictures and stuff, and so it is in the older ones. I played with the feature for a second, especially because you have to get a trophy. You have to just like go in there and customize a couple of things to unlock one of them, and you know. But yeah, I could definitely see how you could use that for things that were, you know, whatever. Given the current political climate, I totally understand Sony's point. Same with iOS. iOS is kind of the same way about things. I know from my own experience, like releasing stuff, they'll let you have something in the game. I mean, nothing objectionable, you know, just like more mature content. It can be in the game, but they won't want it on the iOS store because anybody can access that, they said. And I said, that's cool. I totally understand. So I just like added a little bit to the imagery and it was fine. It was not a big deal. And so I'm anticipating that with my next release. I'm trying to of Antithesis, which is way behind schedule. But I'm trying to make sure it's really good, rather than release something that's disappointing. And I'm also trying to work with App Store frameworks, which is a field that I'm not too familiar with. So if anybody out there does want to work with those and help, I'm always open. I'm sure you can figure out how to contact me somehow. Alright, well, I'm gonna go get something to eat, maybe. I'm gonna jump back to this in just a second. It's gonna save my game. Oh, there we go. We got D. Oh, look at that. I got a trophy. I don't know if the trophy shows up on the recording. I don't pay that much attention. With the recordings, usually I'm more worried about the audio. I usually audio check them to make sure they sound clear, or clear enough. They don't have to be perfect.